Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Don't Crop Me Now. I thought we'd take a little look in our store, which is our garage, and take a look at what we've got left from our canned goods that are mainly been made last year. So these ones that I do want to use up over the next few months in preparation for preserving a lot of the crops that we have from the allotment. So I know that canning, or certainly pressure canning, is something that's not really very commonly done in the UK at the moment, but there does seem to be an increasing movement, and it's something over the last about a year or so we've really, maybe a little bit more than a year, but not that long, we've got into, and I found it's a good way to preserve a lot of our produce and make items that are sort of meals that are half ready or ingredients that can be used in cooking. So I found this actually really useful. So I've had a good sort out in here because we had a lot more than this, but obviously we've been using this up over the winter months. So I wanted to know what we've really got left so I can start planning meals to make sure we use this up to create some more space for more canning as we start bringing the crops in. So let's just have a look at what we've got up here. So we've got some canned potatoes, and that was another lot that I did at Christmas actually, when we were seeing how many of the potatoes we've got left over in our 30-litre tubs that we grow them in. And you know what, these are actually really good. And I haven't been a massive fan of a lot of the canned vegetables on their own unless I'm going to put them into other meals, but the potatoes actually are really good and they're very convenient to have like that. So we have only got 3 cans left of potatoes, so I will have to do some more of those quite soon as we start harvesting. We've just got some gammon and pea soup, just a couple of portions of that left. So the majority of the soups, and honestly I did make sort of soup stews, that sort of thing. I made a lot because I was taking them for my lunch at work all winter, taking a different one each day, and I've only got 2 left. So I made a lot of different ones, and I found that was actually really, really good. A really convenient way for us to utilise our crops and have quick meals at dinner time actually, which was really, really good. So that's the only one that I've got left, and that's a gammon and pea soup. So we are not vegan or vegetarian, but we don't eat massive amounts of meat. So you can see that we have got some meat products here as well. So we've got a curry base, which I use to make different curries. So that's predominantly onions in stock with spices, garlic and ginger, that sort of thing. So it's just a starting point to make a number of different curries. There's only a couple of those left. And then we have some sausages and meatballs. These are like your high percentage meat sausages that you get from the butchers. And you know what? They are actually really nice like this, and they're canned in stock. So we do use those quite a bit. Same sort of thing with the meatballs. And then we've got some proper, I guess, American style corned beef here. As in not the stuff we get in a tin here. The stuff that's been brined and then I've canned it myself. It's actually really, really expensive to make like that, but there's a few cans of that. This isn't canned, but it's a load of dried breadcrumbs, which is good for general cooking ingredients. There's quite a lot of those just in these jars and these cool temperatures really, and dark within the garage. We've then got a load of different beans. We grow a lot of beans on our plot, so these are our homegrown borlotti beans, which are absolutely brilliant, and I throw them into just about anything. But we have canned quite a few of the different types of beans that we grow for drying, and it's predominantly, we've got some rose cocoa beans there, but predominantly we've only really got these left. I've used the rest of those that we've just canned as an individual ingredient bean rather than already in something else. So I'm going to do a few more of those, the different types of beans that we've got left. We've then got some baked beans. So these are beans in a tomato type sauce. So very similar to what you get in a tin, but obviously homemade. And these ones are baked beans, similar sort of style, but this has got lots of herbs in, and it's also got some chopped pumpkin and courgettes as well in there. We've then got you sort of stuff for pasta really. So there's a tomato passata with onions and garlic. We've only a few of them left. Quite a lot of bolognese sauce. Now this has got beef mince in it, and this is one of my favourite things to can actually. It's just so convenient. These are 500ml panel jars that you get from jarsandbottles.co.uk. So they're really quite cheap and they work really well in the pressure canner. And this I use really regularly, probably sometimes once a week. So there's quite a few of them left, but I made another batch. You can see I made them in March. We've then got just sort of a pasta vegetable sauce. So it's a tomato and garlicky sauce with lots of different roasted vegetables in. So again, just your general pasta sauce. We've got a beef and a vegetable chilli. There's a few of those left. And then this was a new one actually, and it's actually really nice. It's hot chili beans and sausage. So it's got some of the sausage in it. It's also got, these are our butter beans, lots of chili and lots of garlic. So they're quite spicy, those. But you know what, they're really nice on toast. At the bottom here, we have got just a few different of the vegetables left. So we've got some beetroots. That's just beetroot in water. Green beans in water. So again, when you can vegetables, because obviously they've been done under high pressure for long periods of time, they are very soft. It's not, in my opinion, the ideal way to eat veggies, although some people really like it that way. But it does make it as a really good for a cooking ingredient. So I'm not sure I'll do as many of them again, but I have used them. A few more veggies here. So these are different ones. So we've got parsnip, swede, pumpkin, carrots. There's some Savoy cabbage, which looks pretty obliterated here. But again, I would use that in some sort of cooking. So I haven't decided how I'm going to use that yet. Doesn't look the most appetizing, that one. But what does actually can really well is this black kale. Because it's quite a fibrous plant, that. And it really softens down and is actually really, really nice like that. So I do think I will can a lot of the kale. We've got, so this is not pressure canned, these have all been water processed, but these are the leftover pickles from last year. So there's a load of garlic. We don't eat this as in like whole pieces of garlic, but we use this in cooking. It's just a good way to preserve it, to make it easy to get a clove out each time. There's a few different, so this is like a relish, sweet onion and pepper, pickled cabbage, pickled beans. These are pickled green beans. I really, really like these. I'm quite a fan of pickles, but people often get a glut of beans. These are just pickled in malt vinegar with a little tiny bit of sugar. This one is a pickle, courgette and red pepper pickle. It's got some mustard seeds in there and some brown sugar and some onions. That's really nice on something like a burger, actually. Might have some tonight because we're going to have some veggie burgers, so I might put a bit of that on it. And then the final shelf here is sort of stewed fruits. So we've got rhubarb, plums, like a compote with pear, apple, and then there's just some pumpkin butter here, which is like slow cooked pumpkin with very little sugar over a long period of time, and it makes this sort of dark preserve that's really tart. And then here we have just got a few leftover chutneys. These are actually not last year's crop, the year before, which is why I put them separate to the rest of the other chutneys and jams that we've got, just because I want to use these up first. That's why they're on a separate shelf. So there's a few different things here. This was actually a present from somebody, this one, so I didn't make that one. But so we like chilies, so we've got lots of different types of chili chutneys. That's a green hot chili sauce. They're mainly chili chutneys. This is a hot pepper sauce made without some of our peppers. This is like nuclear, absolutely nuclear. So there's a few little bottles of that. That's really for cooking. I wouldn't recommend having that on its own unless you're like really hardcore. And then the rest of this is mainly jars that are ready to be filled. So you can see we have got quite a few empty jars. We've used a lot of them. There's a lot of them up there as well. I'll just quickly show you our jam and chutneys type preserves cupboard. These are all the ones that were made last year. So we've got a number of different jams and chutneys in here. I give a lot of these away as gifts, really. There's various things in there. And I am going to have to start making some more, because this fridge, I'll just show you here. Excuse the bike in the way and all the wood. That fridge there, which is a 6-foot fridge, is actually full of chopped bits of veg and various fruit ready for either canning or preserving. So I'm going to have to start doing something with those, because I need to empty that freezer out to be able to get new stuff in. But hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the things that we do and we have had success with canning in the UK. So take care, everyone. Bye.